So a lot of you have freed yourself from a very restrictive, toxic, and quite possibly not a great situation. Okay, so you freed yourself, and now you're continuing on with the process of like looking around for other things to do, so other things to pour your energy into, other avenues where you can, reinvent yourself. So I definitely feel like a lot of you have either done major transformative things with yourself, like exercising, fixing your hair, reinventing yourself in all manners of speaking. So that could be your physical appearance, or even like revamping your resume or your CV so that you can project yourself and to improve your public image. Okay, so it's not that you need it to improve anything, but I feel like you're taking the bulls by the horns and you are forging ahead, and you are trying to figure out, where can I better expend my energy? What's a better application of my skills? And what environment is best suited for me, or is better suited for me? So a lot of you are focusing in that area, self-improvement overall. What I'm also sensing for some of you, and this is a small minority, okay? I feel like you have a past relationship partner, and this past relationship partner might possibly have children. And I feel like you were tied up with this person for quite some time. You have extracted yourself recently. And I feel that what's coming through is that a part of you always wonder, like, what if I had gone back? What if they contact me? And what if we had done things differently? If that relationship would have worked out? And what I'm sensing is sometime for the next 2 weeks, a few of you might encounter this person, and I feel like they would be with a new person. They might have gone back to somebody from their past that they have children with, but I feel like you're going to see it like in flesh and blood. You're going to see this happen, okay? And a part of you knew that, it wasn't going to work out, but, your heart was telling you that, what have I done things differently? So this is the month in which you're getting some type of confirmation that, don't dwell on the what ifs, because the relationship fell apart for a very specific reason. And it's basically telling you that you have the confirmation you need now. So don't waste your time with the what ifs and just move on. And for some of you, I'm going to be honest, I feel like it's going to sting. It's going to sting a bit. And for others of you, I feel like it's a relief. Okay, so it's a mixed bag here, but overall, you are starting to realize that, maybe the person just, maybe I was the rebound, like maybe the other person wasn't ready to move on in a relationship, and that's why it didn't work with us, because they didn't take me seriously. Honestly, I feel like that's what it is. And I want you to also like be kind to yourself, because what I feel happened is everyone, is trying to muddle through the love relationship process by dating and trying to figure out what they want, because people don't always know what they want. They have an idea of what they want out of love, but when it comes to, dealing with another person, it is very, very choppy waters that we're dealing with, and it's also a murky gray area. So everyone's trying their best. So I don't feel that it's right to say that, oh, they were just using me as a rebound. I don't feel that's the right mentality that you should approach this with, okay? I feel like the relationship broke off in the past, and I feel like you're going to encounter some proof that the other person is with somebody else right now. So that's the most validation that you're going to need, right? So it's basically telling you you're getting validation. If you've been looking for validation, you're getting it. So don't dwell on it. Don't overthink, like, how long were they together? Why were, was that the reason for us breaking up? Well, no. The reason for why you both broke up was because you're not right for each other. So does that make sense? So don't dwell on, you wanted the validation. You're getting the validation. So don't dwell on the validation. Just move on, okay? The other thing I'm sensing as well is, once again, I feel like this major reinventing ourselves. And I feel like you're making really good progress on the professional front. I feel that you're making good progress overall with your public image, with your finances, and with your career success as well. So the relationship aspect might be a little bit lacking, but I do feel that that's going to be alleviated towards the end of this month, okay? I see this whole process where you are no longer I'm feeling like you're no longer at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to the work environment. I feel that, if you have started a job, you are kind of like catching, you're kind of like in the zone. You are starting to see how all the pieces fit together, and you're starting to go to work and to do your work with a sense of like flow. So you know where everything is supposed to be. So if you were new before, now everything is starting to click. Those light bulbs are coming on. You know what you're supposed to do. You're getting into a rhythm when it comes to the work environment. You don't have to fight so hard anymore, and you don't have to struggle with like remembering the procedures, the things that you're supposed to do, as well as like who's in charge of what. So you're in the zone when it comes to the work environment, and I feel like it's a really good space to be. And focusing on career finances, that's a better use of your energy rather than dwelling on relationships past. Okay. What I'm also getting as well is be very careful about social media and posting pictures, and especially like looking, like ruminating, looking at exes and trying to find out what they're up to. Just be careful about that, okay? A lot of you might be dealing with a fire sign. I feel like this might be somebody who's physically younger than you, like biologically younger than you. If this is a person that is younger than you, I feel like they might be the one doing the snooping on social media or through emails or through cell phones, text messages. Just be very careful. Keep everything locked up. Password protected. Change your password if you need to. I feel like you're dealing with a snoopy person, and I feel like this is not news to you. This person has done it before, and I feel like if you have children as well, they might be the ones like accidentally on your phone or on your computer and coming across information that they are better off not knowing. Okay, so just be careful about that. Keep things password protected and keep things out of reach. What I'm feeling is specifically if you are dealing with a romantic partner who is a younger fire sign, be very careful about things coming to light. Okay, so for example, if you have some pictures online or in the computer or through some type of electronic means that you don't want them to see, just be very careful and ask yourself why you have these things around that you don't want other people to see to begin with, okay? So everyone is entitled to their own privacy. So I feel like, the debate is going to be about privacy or the breach of privacy, but from their perspective, they feel like you have something to hide. So that is their justification for the snooping around. So just be careful, mindful of that, okay? What I'm also feeling is, let me see here. It says here something about, so there's a small amount of you, I feel like you might be waiting on a person from the past to come back in. There was, there might have been some communication at the beginning of the month, and you feel like, okay, they're coming back in and I just have to wait for it. But I feel that they're taking a 180 turn. That's what it seems like to me. And it feels kind of weird, but that's what it seems like. It's like there's communication and you have decided on something. It seems like you have decided on something as a unit. And then, towards the end of the month, it's like 180. So I definitely feel like whatever decision was reached at the beginning of the month, you're going to backtrack on it, or the other person that you're dealing with is going to backtrack on that. So there's this 180 turn, and it happens out of the blue. It happens out of nowhere. And I feel like it's very unexpected. It's this sudden 180 turn. But I do sense that you're going to get an explanation. And I do feel that no matter what, it's not meant for you. So I feel like whatever's leaving, whatever is being changed around so drastically, by the end of the month, it's because of that Mercury in retrograde period has come to an end, and we are seeing a situation more clearly. Okay, so I feel like it is overall ultimately it's the best decision that could be reached at this time when you're dealing with that other person. Like something was decided on at the beginning of the month, and then they change their mind by the end of the month. If that's the case, just don't worry about it, because I feel like in the grander scheme of things, it is supposed to be this way, and it is for your own good. So I feel like you are definitely freeing yourself from something. Freedom from bondage, freedom from a situation, freedom from having to choose, because the choice is made for you, okay? The choice is made for you this month. So overall, I do feel career and finances is looking very good. I do feel a lot of expenditures going out towards children, but that's understandable because, it's back to school. I feel a lot of help coming out to children as well. And I feel like that, once again, it could be like schoolwork and things like that. So I feel a lot of time spent with children, a lot of time spent to, I feel like a little bit of an increase in your workload in the work environment. So that's a better way to expend your energy either way.